The good news for Steelers fans, Le'Veon Bell is back. The bad news, still no long-term deal for the 26-year-old running back. Pittsburgh placed the franchise tag on Bell for the second straight season. Troubled wide receiver Martavis Bryant was sent to Oakland in a draft day trade. Bryant was suspended the entire 2016 season and had since requested a trade from Pittsburgh.
Please welcome Ryan Shazier.
Nearly 5 months after suffering a devastating spinal injury, Ryan Shazier may have delivered the best moment of the 2018 draft. Along with his fiancée, Shazier walked across the draft stage and announced the Steelers' first-round pick. 2 rounds later, Pittsburgh may have selected the successor to Ben Roethlisberger. The Steelers took Oklahoma State quarterback Mason Rudolph, while Big Ben says he can play 3 to 5 more years. Safety Morgan Burnett joins the Steelers defense on a 3-year contract. Burnett spent his first 8 seasons in Green Bay. KC said farewell to 25-year-old cornerback Marcus Peters and his 19 career interceptions. The surprising trade sends Peters to the Rams for a 4th-round pick in 2018 and 2nd-round pick in 2019.
This Chiefs team's still very young on offense and a chance to be very, very good.
Well, Patrick Mahomes is now the guy in Kansas City. All eyes will be on the 22-year-old after the Chiefs traded 3-time Pro Bowler Alex Smith to the Redskins. He'll get another target to throw to as 5th-year receiver Sammy Watkins joins the Chiefs on a 3-year, $48 million deal. Watkins had 8 touchdowns with the Rams in 2017. KC's defensive overhaul continued with the release of veteran linebackers Tamba Hali and Derek Johnson. Hali made 5 Pro Bowls with the Chiefs, while Johnson leads the franchise in all-time tackles. Monday night in Mexico City, the Chiefs and Rams will battle it out in one of 4 international games this season. Denver's all in on Case Keenum. John Elway didn't waste any time signing the free agent quarterback to a 2-year, $36 million deal. Keenum led Minnesota to the NFC Championship game in 2017. The Broncos released 5th-year running back C.J. Anderson after his first career 1,000-yard season. That leaves Devontae Booker and rookie Royce Freeman in the Denver backfield. Who's going to stop the Broncos' pass rush? 5th overall pick Bradley Chubb joins Pro Bowler Von Miller and defensive end Shane Ray in the Denver front 7. Quarterback Trevor Siemian was traded to Minnesota after a rough 2017 campaign. He went 13-11 in 24 career starts in Denver. Paxton Lynch is expected to be Keenum's backup in 2018. Farewell Aqib Talib. The Broncos sent the Pro Bowl corner to the Rams in return for a 5th-round pick. Talib had 6 defensive touchdowns in 4 seasons with Denver. Cleveland kept it a mystery until the commissioner announced the name.
With the first pick, the Cleveland Browns select Baker Mayfield.
The 2017 Heisman Trophy winner is the first Browns quarterback selected number 1 overall since Tim Couch in 1999. While Mayfield looks to be the future at the position, Cleveland addressed the present, trading for veteran Tyrod Taylor. The 8th-year quarterback helped the Bills snap a 17-year playoff drought last season. Another blockbuster trade sent Pro Bowl receiver Jarvis Landry to the Browns on the very same day the team acquired Taylor. Landry's 400 career catches are the most by any player in his first 4 seasons. Hard Knocks comes to Cleveland. HBO and NFL Films announced the Browns will be featured on the 13th season of the training camp series. The show debuts Tuesday, August 7th on HBO. A Browns legend calls it a career. Tackle Joe Thomas played every snap of his 11-year career until a triceps injury ended his 2017 season. The future Hall of Famer announced his retirement in March. Tumultuous search came to an end with Frank Reich, not Josh McDaniels, taking the Colts head coaching job. Reich served as the Eagles offensive coordinator the last 2 seasons.
The Indianapolis Colts select Quentin Nelson.
Reich and GM Chris Ballard reinforced their struggling offensive line with the 6th overall pick in the draft. The Notre Dame guard looks to boost a pass protection unit that allowed a league-high 56 sacks in 2017. Indy adds a tight end to the mix and ex-Detroit Lion Eric Ebron. The former 10th overall pick pairs with Pro Bowler Jack Doyle, who had a career-high 80 catches in 2017. The oldest active player in the NFL returns for season 23. 45-year-old kicker Adam Vinatieri needs 7 field goals to break Morton Anderson's all-time record of 565. Reggie Wayne enters the Colts Ring of Honor on November 18th. Wayne made 6 Pro Bowls in 14 seasons, and his 211 games played are the most in Colts history. 17 years later, John Gruden returns to the Silver and Black.
How about those Raiders, man?
It's a 10-year, $100 million deal for Gruden in his return to the Bay. He coached the Raiders from 1998 to 2001 and spent the last 9 9 seasons in the broadcast booth for Monday Night Football. Oakland parted ways with veteran receiver Michael Crabtree after 3 solid seasons. Crabtree's cap hit was set to be nearly $8 million in 2018. Gruden's Raiders countered Crabtree's release with the additions of Jordy Nelson and Martavis Bryant. Nelson signed a 2-year deal with Oakland, while Bryant was acquired in a draft day trade. Charismatic punter Marquette King was surprisingly released in March, eventually signing with the Broncos. The move saved Oakland nearly $3 million in 2018. Marshawn Lynch gets some company in the Raiders' backfield. Oakland signed veteran running back Doug Martin to a 1-year deal. Martin had 2 1,400-yard seasons in Tampa Bay. Did New York find its franchise quarterback?
With the 3rd pick, the New York Jets select Sam Darnold.
The USC product is the highest drafted Jets quarterback since Mark Sanchez in 2009, who coincidentally came from the same school. One of free agency's top prizes lands in New York. Cornerback Tremaine Johnson signed a 5-year deal with the Jets, bolstering one of the worst passing defenses in the league in 2017. Johnson played his first 6 seasons with the Rams. 39-year-old journeyman Josh McCown returns to New York on a 1-year deal. He started 13 games for the Jets last season, posting career highs in passing yards and passing touchdowns. Matt Forte announced his retirement after 10 seasons. He spent his final 2 years with the Jets, starting 4 games in 2017. New York added Isaiah Crowell to their backfield. The Jets cut defensive lineman Muhammad Wilkerson 2 years into a 5-year, $86 million extension. The veteran gets a fresh start with the Packers in 2018. After earning first-team All-Pro honors in 2017, guard Andrew Norwell signed a 5-year contract worth $66.5 million. Former Panther is now the 2nd highest-paid guard in the league.
Bortles stumbled for a moment. Up top, he's got his man for the touchdown.
Despite quarterback draft rumors, the Jaguars are committing to their former 3rd overall pick, Blake Bortles, for another 3 seasons. His 2017 postseason run was enough to earn a $54 million contract. Bortles will be without wideout Allen Robinson, who signed with the Bears in free agency. Robinson missed all but 1 game last season with a torn ACL. Marquise Lee returns on a 4-year, $34 million deal. Lee led the Jags with 56 catches in 2017. He'll lead a group of young pass catchers, including newly signed ex-Colt Dante Moncrief. And the AFC runner-ups are set to play in London for the 6th time as they host the defending Super Bowl champions. From South Beach to the Midwest, Jarvis Landry was traded to the Browns after 4 seasons in Miami. The Dolphins received 2 late-round draft picks for the 25-year-old receiver. Landry wasn't the only Pro Bowler on the move this offseason. Defensive tackle Ndamukong Suh was cut after 3 seasons with the Dolphins. He signed a 1-year contract with the Rams.
When Frank has the first down and more, he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Frank Gore.
Veteran running back Frank Gore returns to his hometown on a 1-year deal. The Miami native is one of 5 players in NFL history to rush for 14,000 yards. Danny Amendola staying in the AFC East. The 10th-year wideout signed a 2-year, $12 million deal with Miami. He spent the last 5 seasons with the Patriots, winning 2 Super Bowls. Ryan Tannehill gets some more protection as the Dolphins bring in guard Josh Sitton. The former Packers and Bears lineman has been named to 4 Pro Bowls in the last 6 seasons. The strongest arm in the draft finds a home in Buffalo.
The Buffalo Bills select Josh Allen.
The Bills traded up 5 spots for the talented Wyoming product. Allen is the 7th quarterback drafted by Buffalo since Jim Kelly retired in 1996. In comes Allen, out goes Tyrod Taylor. The Bills traded their starting quarterback to Cleveland in return for a 3rd-round pick. In 2017, Taylor led Buffalo to their first playoff appearance in 17 seasons. The quarterback carousel continued with the signing of ex-Bengal A.J. McCarron. The 27-year-old looks to get his first full-time starting duties after spending 4 seasons as Andy Dalton's backup. Veteran tackle Cordy Glenn goes from Buffalo to Cincinnati as both teams swapped first-round draft spots. The Bills used the 12th overall pick as trade leverage for Josh Allen. Hall of Fame running back Thurman Thomas will have his number 34 jersey retired on Monday, October 29. Thomas spent 12 seasons in Buffalo and was named NFL MVP in 1991. For the first time since 2002, the Chargers will take the field without Antonio Gates on their roster. LA opted to let the 16-year veteran test free agency. The future Hall of Famer has the most touchdowns of any tight end in NFL history. The man who is expected to replace Gates will miss the entire 2018 season. Hunter Henry suffered a torn ACL during OTAs in May. He had 12 total touchdowns in the last 2 years. A big addition to the offensive line with 3-time Pro Bowler Mike Pouncey signing a 2-year deal with the Chargers. Pouncey played his first 7 seasons in Miami. Do-it-all safety Derwin James will call Los Angeles home. The Chargers took the talented FSU product with the 17th overall pick in the draft.
And that is picked off. Casey Hayward with another interception.
Pro Bowl cornerback Casey Hayward stays put in the Los Angeles secondary. He signed a 3-year, $33 million extension in March. Hayward's tallied 11 interceptions in 2 seasons with the Chargers. The Mike Vrabel era begins in Tennessee. The former Texans defensive coordinator gets his first crack as a head coach, replacing Mike Mularkey. The Titans ended an 8-year playoff drought in 2017.
Pass is intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler.
The hero of Super Bowl 49 lands in Nashville. Malcolm Butler signed a 5-year, $61 million deal, joining former teammate Logan Ryan in the Titans secondary. And speaking of expatriates, Tennessee reeled in running back Dion Lewis on a 4-year contract. Lewis had a career year with New England in 2017, gaining more than 1,100 yards from scrimmage. The signing came after the Titans released veteran running back DeMarco Murray. Murray ran for 659 yards in 2017, missing both of Tennessee's playoff games. New look uniforms are on the way this season. Navy helmets, Columbia blue alternates, and a sword design on the shoulder pads. It is the team's first significant uniform change since 1999.
Tyler Eifert went airborne to haul it in.
Despite only playing 10 games in the past 2 seasons, Tyler Eifert returns to Cincinnati on a 1-year, $5.5 million deal. Eifert looks to get back to his 2015 form when he led all tight ends with 13 touchdowns. The Bengals bolstered their O-line, trading for Bills veteran tackle Cordy Glenn. After the loss of tackle Andre Smith, Cincinnati looks to improve an offensive line that ranked 31st in rushing last season. Linebacker Vontaze Burfict was suspended for the 3rd time in his 7-year career. It was his first PED violation, and he'll miss the first 4 games of the season. Quarterback A.J. McCarron hit free agency, signing a 2-year, $10 million deal with the Bills. A longtime backup will be replaced by another in Matt Barkley. Jeremy Hill's also on his way to the AFC East. The running back lands in New England, leaving Giovanni Bernard and Joe Mixon in the Bengals backfield. Did Baltimore find its future quarterback?
The Baltimore Ravens select Lamar Jackson.
The Ravens traded back into the first round to select the former Heisman Trophy winner. Lamar Jackson accounted for more than 13,000 yards of total offense in 3 seasons at Louisville. RG3 returns to the NFL as Baltimore signed the 28-year-old quarterback to a 1-year deal. Griffin hasn't played since 2016. He will compete with Jackson for the Ravens' backup role. A big-time shakeup in the Ravens' passing attack as Baltimore parted ways with veteran receivers Jeremy Maclin and Mike Wallace, and in turn secured 3 consistent targets for Joe Flacco. Michael Crabtree, John Brown, and Willie Snead will call Baltimore home in 2018. The Ravens were 29th in passing a season ago. A 9-year run in Baltimore ended in March when the Ravens released longtime defensive back Ladarius Webb. Only Flacco, Terrell Suggs, Sam Cook, and Marshall Yanda have been on the team longer. The Honey Badger finds a home in Houston. 26-year-old safety Tyrann Mathieu signed a 1-year deal with the Texans after his release from Arizona. Linebacker Brian Cushing's days in Houston are done. The team's all-time leading tackler was released after 9 seasons, saving the Texans more than $7 million in 2018. Houston finds more help in the secondary with the addition of former Jaguars cornerback Aaron Colvin. The Texans finished dead last in scoring defense a season ago. Houston's leading tackler in 2017 gets a 5-year, $50 million extension. 25-year-old linebacker Bernard Rick McKinney has started every game in the last 2 seasons.
Deshaun Watson showing magical feats.
J.J. Watt scores! You gotta be kidding me!
The Stars are back in 2018. Perhaps the team's 2 most valuable players, quarterback Deshaun Watson and defensive lineman J.J. Watt, are set to return from season-ending injuries in 2017. Don't worry, Pats fans, Gronk will be back. After mulling retirement, the 5-time Pro Bowler returns for his 9th season. He led New England with 8 receiving touchdowns in 2017. Brandon Cooks, however, will not be catching passes from Tom Brady. New England sent him to the Rams in return for the 23rd overall pick in the draft, which the Patriots turned into Georgia guard Isaiah Wynn. The D-line got a boost when Bill Belichick dealt for the Browns' Danny Shelton. The 12th overall pick in the 2015 draft looks to improve New England's 20th-ranked run defense from a season ago. Wide receiver Julian Edelman will miss the team's first 4 games for violating the league's policy on PEDs. Edelman had a career-high 1,106 most receiving yards in 2016 before missing the entire 2017 season with a torn ACL. Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler departed via free agency, eventually signing with Tennessee. Butler's 4-year tenure in New England ended with a controversial benching in Super Bowl 52.